Dear students, greetings to all. In this module, we'll be continuing with our ongoing chapter of biology, chapter 4, Animal Kingdom. We'll be discussing about phylum Annelida. The phylum Annelida, that is derived from the Latin word where the terminology annulus, it refers to the metamers. That means rings or segment. So therefore the name of the group, that is Annelida, because the Latin word annulus, that refers to rings. That means the metamers. Talking about the habitat, it is aquatic. It could be marine, example Nereis, freshwater, that is leech Hirudinaria. They could also be found in land, that is the habitat could be terrestrial, example earthworm. Their habit could be either they could be free living or few parasitic forms like leech have been observed. The general characters include that they possess bilateral symmetry, organ system level of organization. The organisms can be laterally divided into two equal halves, there is right and left half, and that is what is referred to as bilateral symmetry. The organisms, they are coelomate, they are true coelom, they possess true coelom. That means there is a hollow cavity between the body wall and the gut wall. Talking about the layers, that is the germinal layers, they are triplobelastic as they have got ectoderm, endoderm and mesoderm, which are the progenitor of various organs and organ system. The body is covered with cuticle, that's a waxy coating secreted by the ectoderm. Talking about the muscles which help in locomotion, they possess two kind of muscles, that is longitudinal and circular, which facilitate the process of movement. Some aquatic forms such as Nereis, they have parapodia, whereas parapodia is absent in leech. Talking about the system, that is the digestive system first, it is complete as they've got the mouth and that's the inlet through which the food will be taken in, and the anus for the elimination of the waste. The circulatory system is closed, their blood is red in color due to the presence of hemoglobin. In leech, the blood vessels are absent. Talking about the excretion, that is carried out through nephridia. So excretory waste, they are called as casting. Respiration is through skin and therefore it is referred to as cutaneous respiration. Talking about the nervous system, it consists of paired ganglion, two cerebral ganglia with a double ventral nerve cord. Reproduction in organisms like earthworm, here the sexes are separate basically, but then exceptions are leech and earthworm, which are hermaphrodite, that means they are bisexual or monoecious. The dioecious example are Nereis. Fertilization is external, but it could be also internal in certain cases. Development could be direct or indirect, and the larva is trachophore or the ocophore. Talking about the examples are earthworm, Hirudinaria, Nereis, and Aphrodite. So when we discuss about, this is the diagrammatic representation of the earthworm possessing the cuticle, that's the waxy coating. The diagram depicts the presence of circular longitudinal muscles. They possess intestine, the digestive system is complete having esophagus, pharynx, crop is for the storage, and the gizzard, they are basically the grinding teeth. The clitellum, that is basically it's the glandular tissue. The examples are leech, we've got earthworm, sea mouse, Nereis, to name a few. Moving on to the next phylum, that's the Arthropoda, where the term arthropoda, that poda refers to feet, and arthro jointed. So it is a group of organisms which have jointed legs. And the members of this phylum, they've got jointed legs. They are the largest phylum having the maximum number of species. They are cosmopolitans, that means they're found everywhere, land, air, water. They inhabit water, land, air. Aquatic, they could be marine like Limulus, or freshwater like the Daphnia. Talking about the body, it basically comprises of chitinous exoskeleton. The outer skeletal framework is made up of chitin. The body comprises of head, thorax, and abdomen. They exhibit bilateral symmetry, are triploblastic coelomate organisms possessing organ system level of organization. The segments may be present. Respiratory organs, the digestive system firstly is complete. Digestion takes place through extracellularly. Circulatory system is open. There's a cavity called as hemocoel, and the fluid which is present, that's clear, colorless, which is referred to as hemolymph. Respiratory pigment is absent. Respiration takes place through gills in case of prawns. It takes place through book gills in case of Limulus. It takes place through book lungs in spiders, and tracheal system in cockroaches, butterfly, etc. The excretory organ, it is the Malpighian tubule. In prawns, it is green glands. Sensory organs like antenna, compound eyes comprising of ommatidia, which gives mosaic vision, are present. Statocyst or balancing organs are found in them. The examples include honeybee, silkworm, lac insect, and the vectors like Anopheles, Culex, and Aedes. So here in the diagrammatic representation, the antenna can be observed, which helps to give sensation. They are the sensory organs apart from the eyes. Talking about the reproduction in them, it is basically sexual. The organisms, they are dioecious, that means the sexes are separate. Fertilization is internal. Development could be either direct, or the development could be indirect, like in case of Culex. They have got economic importance, the arthropods, like for example, we'll talk about the examples being the silkworm, that is Bombyx mori, honeybees, the lac insect, that is used for preparation of bangles and all. And they also are vectors which cause deadly diseases, like Anopheles causes. Like for example, Anopheles, it causes malaria. Female Culex mosquito, that's the carrier of Fusarium, which leads to elephantiasis, whereas Aedes is responsible for dengue virus and chikungunya. They even cause damage because they act as gregarious pests, like the example locust. Periplaneta americana, it's the cockroaches. So this group includes a wide zone of insects like peripatus. We've got silverfish, centipede, hermit crab are found in them. Parthenogenesis, that is a characteristic of Parthenogenesis is a characteristic where there is development without fertilization. So in this module, we had discussed about annelids and the phylum Arthropoda. Hopefully, you must have garnered the concepts thoroughly. Thank you.